Hi, and welcome back to Daily Thoughts with Mbongs. I'm your host, Mbongeni Yegelo, also goes by Mbongs. On this podcast, I'll be talking about my thoughts on life, wellness, and other things on my mind. And thank you so much for taking your time to listen to my podcast. Hope to leave you feeling a little bit inspired. Now, let's get to today's thought, shall we? Today's thought is what would people say? So many dreams, so many aspirations just died with what will people say. Somebody comes and offers you an opportunity. Oh, what would people say? Wow, imagine me doing that. What would people say? Somebody goes on to graduate and then they get a job or a job offer as a cleaner. Then the question is, oh wow, what would people say? Yeah, we can always make the argument of having standards, keeping up with your standards. So I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about settling. But I'm just talking about things that one could pursue but cannot primarily on what would people say. You can't wear certain things because of what would people say. And it affects our lives in different ways. It also affects us financially when you caught up in debts because you couldn't live well within your means. Because what will people say if you turn up and you drink this alcohol instead of that? What will people say if you wear this instead of that? What will people say if you use this phone instead of that? So you end up, putting yourself under pressure, putting yourself in situations that you shouldn't be putting yourself in, doing things that you shouldn't be doing, all because you want to impress people, all because you can't do things that are well within your means. Because what will people say? What will people say? Who cares about what people say? Of course we care about what people say, but who cares what people say? I don't really care what people say about me. On one hand, I care what people say about me, but I'm happily to pull to the other direction and don't care what people say. Somebody posts a picture and it doesn't get a certain number of likes over a specific period of time, then they remove it. Because what will people say on my timeline if this doesn't reach X amount of likes? It's absurd, but it happens. Just this notion on trying to do things for other people, and then we lose the intent and the goal. The goal is not to impress people. It's about doing things that improve your life. It's about exploiting opportunities that puts your life in a better position, regardless of what people say about it. regardless of how it looks like you failure. If you find yourself doing this job, you look like a loser if you wear this thing instead of that one. Don't get consumed with what will people say. Do what is true to you. Do things that put your life in a better position. Because people will talk, whether you do things or not. People will talk. So rather have them talk knowing that you're happy than having them talk because they're going to talk either way, than having them talk knowing that you are not happy. Happiness is key. Happiness is very important. Just doing things that are true to yourself, doing things that make sense to you, doing things that put your life in a better position tomorrow. Doesn't have to impress others, as long as it puts your life in a better position. So go on, just remove this thing of what would people say. You don't care what people say. Stop caring about what people say. Of course, care about what people say, but don't care about what people say. Once again, thank you so much for listening to today's Daily Thought. I'm your host, Mbongeni Yegelo, and I look forward to engaging with you. So leave a comment, and catch you next time on Daily Thoughts with Mbongs.